Hi, this is Mrs. P. I found this in one of the new books that we got towards the end of last year. So we haven't actually had it in our library for very long. Excuse me. This is entitled, I Walk with Vanessa, a story about a simple act of kindness. By Kara Skoet. I'm not sure if I pronounced that name right. This is Vanessa, the new girl in school. This is the boy who is not very nice to her. And this is the girl who helps Vanessa and in turn stands up for what's right. Here's a simple but powerful picture book about how the actions of a single person can inspire an entire community. So let's see what happens. Here's our title page, I Walk with Vanessa. And it looks like they are moving into a different house. So she's probably in a different neighborhood. Look, the teacher is introducing the new girl to her class. And then somebody raises their hand. Oh, a couple people raise their hand. Here are the children playing basketball, but what do we see over here? Here's Vanessa. Nobody's playing with her. Let's see what happens. Okay, so by observation, what do we see? We see that we have no words, so we need to figure out what's going on by looking at the pictures. So it looks like all the children are out playing, and they're all around the schoolyard, and they may be going home. And then what do we see over here? Here's Vanessa. Nobody's talking to her. She's just going off by herself. See what happens on the next page. So there's kids walking, and they're walking, and then here's Vanessa. There's that kind of crabby looking boy. And then it looks like he's probably saying some mean things to her, but we don't know. But the way he looks, it doesn't look very nice, does it? So then it looks like he's really in a rage, and it looks like he's yelling at her, telling her to do something. And then he stomps off. She looks pretty darn upset. And one little girl turns around. The rest of them are watching that squirrel, or that cat, or the squirrel. It's a squirrel, crawl up that tree. So let's see what happens. So the boy leaves, and he's feeling pretty good about himself by looking at that smile, and then she's kind of devastated. Then the other girl is still watching, and she's thinking, that doesn't look like that's very nice. And here's Vanessa. And she is not happy. And the girl can tell. And then here's Vanessa, and she runs crying across the street. And look at that girl is so sweet. She's feeling really sad for her. So the other kids are talking. This little girl, we don't know her name. She's just looking all the way across the street where Vanessa is running into her house. Do you think she'll go over and say something to her? That would be a nice thing to do, wouldn't it? So, no, she runs and she tells her friends. And then she says, so-and-so, and wah, 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 wah. And then they're talking about what happened. Oh, and look. Now they're all kind of sad. So they're sad about what happened to their new member of their class. But I guess they just go home. The little girl in the yellow dress is walking, and she's not happy. She goes to her house. She sits on her couch, and her family's all doing whatever it is that they're doing that evening. But look, even in her bed, in her pajamas, she's still not feeling very comfortable. She's still thinking about it. Is she going to do something about it? So the whole night, she's thinking about it. And so is Vanessa. She's probably not thinking that she likes her new school very much, huh? It's kind of important to have friends when you're a kid. So this little girl, she falls asleep. She gets a good night's sleep. She wakes up in the morning, apparently putting on the same dress. She goes down for breakfast, and her whole family is having breakfast, and all of a sudden, she's got an idea. Indicated by those, because I don't know why, they just do that. So she goes running out of the house, and she's excited with her idea. Let's see what happens. Oh, look, the little girl in the yellow dress ran over to her house, and she knocked on the door, and Vanessa answered. And then they started talking. And look, Vanessa's got a new friend. And here's all the other kids, and they're getting ready to go to school. So here comes somebody, and he says, "Oh, hi." And so then the three of them are going to hold hands and walk to school. And then another friend says, "Oh, hi." And so then there's 4 of them. And then pretty soon there's 5 of them. And pretty soon there are children all running all over the place. And it looks to me like Vanessa's going to have a lot of friends. Whoa, a whole pile of friends. Look at that. But can we find the Krabby Boy? Can you see him? Oh, there he is. Mr. Krabby Boy is now pretty embarrassed by the crummy stuff he did. And look, they're all going to school, and it looks like Vanessa has got a whole bunch of new people she gets to enjoy meeting at her new school. At the end. This is This is a book that didn't have any words, but you could understand just by the pictures about what should happen. And so the story really talks about how you can make a difference in some other student's life if you just show a simple act of kindness. Thank you. Bye.